So frequently, I get questioned about the 1976 Topps Walter Payton rookie card or the 1981 Topps Joe Montana rookie. The reason why I get questioned on these is because these cards do not feature team logos. Well, if licensing is such an issue, what's up with these two cards? Why are they rookie cards? Well, we're going to get into that today in this episode. You ready? Then let's do it. Hello and welcome, rookie card collecting friends. Victor, the rookie card specialist, coming at you with an episode that perhaps is long overdue. I don't know if, I don't believe I've ever spoken about this topic. I felt like perhaps there was no need to, but apparently, as I've been creating content here recently about unlicensed products, more particularly with Topps Chrome and that sort of thing, I've been getting frequently asked about these two specific rookie cards of these awesome Hall of Famers. So I want to just get into it real quickly and kind of give you all at least my opinion of why these cards are the way they are. And to fully understand that, we need to understand the licensing history about football cards. And I'm going to pick that up in 1960. Between 1960 and 1963, Fleer had the license for AFL players only. And in those same years, Topps had the exclusive license to make cards of the NFL players. But to bring a little twist into the equation, 1961 is a special year because both Fleer and Topps had licenses to create cards of both NFL and AFL players. You got to give credit to Fleer. When we study the kind of the history of Fleer, you got to give them credit for being the little man on the field, but always putting up a fight. Fleer has always been a thorn in the side of Topps, and you got to give Fleer Company a ton of credit. But looming in the background was a competitor. Between 1964 and 1967, this 4-year period, the exclusive NFL license belonged to Philadelphia. But in 1968, Topps sharpens the knife a little bit, and they step in and get the exclusive license from the NFL. Now, after 1968, it seemed like all the competition went away. Philadelphia, Fleer, and Topps was the only game in town as of 1968. And in 1968, 1969, Topps was fully licensed, and they were the only manufacturer of football cards within those years. So interestingly enough, starting in 1970, we see that Topps NFL cards were didn't have any trademarks or team logos on them. Apparently, Topps only had the Players Association license, but not the league license. So they were able to display images of the players, but not team logos. And it seemed like Topps being the only game in town now, they kind of figured, why should we pay for that when we can perhaps save some money and we'll just create football cards without team logos? And if we look at, as I show you pictures here, year after year through 71, 72, and going forward every single year, you see that these cards did not have team logos on them. In 1976, a lot of cards that had this portrait concept to them, where they got the players only from like the chest up. And this is how come we see the beloved Walter Payton rookie card featured in this same image. There is many cards in this set that have this type of pose in it. And looking ahead, even in 1981, we see the same concept. We see the images of the players, but we don't see any team logos. I am surprised that they allowed them to have the name of the team. I guess the PA became a little bit more stringent on the rules as the decades progressed. But back in the 70s and 80s, they were displaying the team name, but not team logos. That was the only exception to the rule. What I noticed as I started looking at this a little bit closer was cards that were created in the 60s and 70s and maybe even a little bit of the 80s. The uniforms were very basic. The NFL league uniforms had a big number on the front and the back. They had the jersey number on each sleeve and maybe some type of stripe that came along the shoulders or at the sleeves. And that's about all the uniforms were. They were very basic, very generic. There was no team logos on the jerseys. And it's kind of the I guess where the team logos came into play was in the helmets. When you start looking at the helmets, you see a lot of airbrushing that was done with helmets. You don't see the team logo on the card as a design element. You don't see any of that anywhere. So uniforms really did not was not a big part of the equation, only because the entire league had a very basic generic design of uniform. Also, it was the very early stages of the rookie card. In the mid 70s is when really the rookie card kind of started coming into formation as a thing. They've always been a thing, but they were just more of a nuisance. They were more of a card that was needed to complete the set. It wasn't necessarily the rookie card hype that we see today. So the rookie card was really immature in the very early stages of formation. And I think that's how come, these things weren't really an issue. But the main takeaway in all of this is, why do they have, the rookies, or why are these rookie cards unlicensed, and why is it okay back then but not okay today? The rules are a little different now. The PA has the rules have evolved, and as of 2006, that to me is a big divide line where things have to be a little bit more legit. But back in the 70s and 80s, this was not the case, and it's really Topps was it. That was about, as far as competition was concerned, that was really it. Yeah, you had little, sub things like with food and beverage issues like Kellogg's and that kind of thing. But it wasn't really, as far as a major manufacturer type thing, Topps was really about it. That, and along with the immaturity of the rookie card and the basic general look of NFL uniforms, that's how come we have the 1976 Topps Walter Payton, and it's accepted within the hobby as a rookie card because at the time that was it. That was the card. And the same with the 81 Topps. So I'm hoping that really at least gives you my opinion on the topic. And great cards back in the 70s and 80s, you really got to have it's kind of the years that I started, and I know they're not stunners, but you got to have that nostalgic factor to really appreciate those cards. I know they're not exactly beautiful like today's cards, but they are part of hobby lore. So with that said, thank you for tuning in. Please consider subscribing. Please check out the link below, and you can purchase my book on Amazon. There's an Amazon link below. There is a link if you want to buy it through PayPal and you would like an autographed copy. Well, you can go that route. Check out my website, TrueRookieCards.com. And I got a lot of great things in store coming up. Please consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit the down thumb, hit it 2 times, and that'll take care of that. Until next time, remember, my friends, that not all rookie cards are created equal.